We are flying home in just a few hours. Not gonna lie, I've been very nervous to fly after the recent tragic events, but we kind of have no choice at this point, so let's get packed up to go home. We stayed in Washington for 5 days and are so ready to go back to Florida. I was not prepared for how cold it actually is here in the winter, and for some reason, I don't even remember how we got through the winters here for such a long time, especially with little kids. All I remember is that every winter we would never stop being sick. It was one thing after another, up until spring. And although it's been pretty cold in Florida too, it warmed up as soon as we left, up to the 80s instead of the low 60s, so I'm kind of excited to go back to that. Anyway, after I got all packed and ready to go, we still had a few hours, so we went to the gym to get our daily workout in. This week's workouts have been pretty fun because we've been bringing the whole family along with us. After that, we had to run back home for a quick shower before our flight. I packed up our dirty clothes in a separate bag since everything else I've washed beforehand, and we are finally ready to head to the airport. I haven't really been talking to the twins because every time I call, Grace starts crying and I can't calm her down, and then my mom has to deal with her afterwards, so I try to stay off the FaceTime calls when my husband calls to keep the peace, but still catch up with how they're doing. This trip has been a nice little getaway though, and I'm excited to get home to the twins.